Hello, first graders. It's a wonderful, nice, windy, breezy day out past my window over here. It's a little bit chilly, but it's great to see you all again. Let's go ahead and do a couple of little stretches with our bodies and our voices. Ready? I want you to take your arms and go all the way out. And I want you to go all the way up. And go. Relax your shoulders, roll them. Be very gentle when you roll your neck. I want you to tuck your chin down slowly. And very slowly go this way. And very slowly roll down and go the other way. And I want you to take your left arm and go up over your head and touch your ear. And do not pull hard, otherwise you could really hurt your neck. So just gently stretch your neck muscle. You should feel a little stretch right here. If it hurts, then stop and let your body get a little bit more stretchy and comfortable, or tip your chin down a little. That's what I do. Release that arm. Gently move your chin back over this way. And I want you to take your other arm and go up, over, touch your ear. And don't pull hard, just gently let your neck stretch. And remember, if it hurts, stop. I don't ever want you to do anything that hurts. You ready? And release gently. And I want you to go ahead and rub your hands together. And just go, ooh. Make your face as big as you can. And squid. And make your face as big as you can. And go, oh. Let's warm up with some singing, shall we? Bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Now in this bog there was a tree, a red tree, a rattling tree, the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Now on this tree there was a limb, a rattling, a rattling limb, a limb on the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Now on this limb there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch, the branch on the limb, and the limb on the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley. Now on this branch there was a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest, the nest on the branch, on the branch, on the limb, and the limb on the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. In this nest there was an egg, a rare egg, a rattling egg, the egg in the nest, and the nest on the branch, and the branch on the limb on the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Now on this egg there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird, the bird in the egg, in the nest, on the branch, and the branch on the limb on the tree, in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hey-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. All right, first graders, so last week we finally started learning some real music notes that have actual names to them, and we're going to use them as part of our warm-up today. So here's what I want you to do. Follow my voice. Can you go, ooh, 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 ooh. Did you see what I did with my fingers there? Remember the high button for our elevator buttons and the low button, so up and down. I want you to go ahead and push the elevator buttons while I sing. I'll help you out. Be my echo. Here I go. This one's a little longer. So last week we talked about low and high sounds. Today, we're going to finally learn what their names are and the hand signs that go with them, and maybe even put them into a song. So are you ready? If you remember in my classroom, I had all these signs above my whiteboard and my smartboard, and they all had like hand shapes on them. And I remember sometimes when I was teaching, some of you all would be doing hand signs, and now you get to use them. So first things first, the up button on our elevator buttons, our high sound has a name. It's called so. Can everybody say so? And this is the hand sign that you use for so. So is a flat hand like this. It's like a wall to a house. And I want you to hold it up here like this. Usually so is kept by your chin, but my camera is close and my hands are going. So just keep your so right here by your chin. And can you be my echo? So, 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 so. So, 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 so. So, 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 so. Now, some of you probably noticed I used both of my hands. Try and use one hand, pick a hand and stick to it. If you like switching hands in the middle, that's fine, but you never really need to use both hands. Choose a hand, stick with it. Ready? Let's do one more pattern. So, 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 so. Great job. Pat yourself on the back. Now, we talked about our up button. We're going to go ahead and talk about our down button. Let's go ahead and meet me. If so is the walls to the house, me is the floor to the house. So let's go ahead and show me perfect me. Me is nice and flat. Ready? Be my echo. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. I was tricky that time. I put a rest in there for you. So here comes hard mode. Are you ready? You've done the easy mode and now it's time for the hard mode. What I want you to do is try and figure out how to do patterns with both of them. Are you ready? Brain. Here we go. Ready? My turn first. So, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. Do you think you've got it? Remember, so's are the high sound and me's are the low sound. It's kind of like the up button and the down button. Pat yourself on the back. You learned your first solfege notes. Nice work, first grade. All right, first grade. So today is going to be a bit of a thinking cap kind of day. We're going to be learning a lot of new things. So if your brain starts hurting and you need to take a break, go ahead and take a break, take off your thinking cap, and come back to this later. But for now, let's all find our thinking cap, shall we? Here's mine. Excellent. So I've got my thinking cap. Now, what I need you to do is Make sure your thinking cap is on nice and snug. And we're going to take a look at how to start writing music. Are you ready? Let's see. We have our very first actual piece of real music, and I'm going to show you how to write with it. These lines that you see here, and I'm going to zoom in so that it's easier to see and it's less confusing. These lines that you see right here are called the staff. Can you say, hello, staff? And on this staff, this is where we put our notes. The staff is there to help us put our notes in the right place. So I have on my staff paper 2 notes. I have a blue note here and a green note here. The blue note is going to be where so goes, and the green note is going to be where me goes. So let's take a look at these here. So on our music, on our staff, lives on the 3rd floor. I know that some of you live in an apartment like I do. And in an apartment, you have lots of people living on different floors, right? Well, so always lives on the 3rd floor. So let's take a look at our staff. So is going to be right here all the time on the 3rd space. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. So lives on the 3rd floor. This little guy over here, this is me. The green note, me, lives downstairs from so. Me lives down here on the 2nd floor. We have so living on the 3rd floor, and we have me living on the 2nd floor. So if I wanted to write you a pattern, do you think you could sing it for me? I'm going to go ahead and take my notes and I'm going to write a pattern for you. I'll sing it with you the first time, and I want you to try singing it by yourself the second time. Are you ready? Let's start with something easy. The pattern that I have for you first is going to be this pattern right here. I want you to use your thinking cap and try and imagine how 4 so's might sound. Remember, so's are high sounds, so you need to be using the high sounds that we know how to sing. Are you ready? Are you ready? Try and sing the pattern with me, and here we go. Oopsie. Here we go. So, 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 so. If that's how you sing it, perfect. Try singing it by yourself. Ready? Here you go. Easy peasy, right? This pattern should have been doable for you. I think you've got it. Now to make things just a little bit harder. So let's mix it up, shall we? Now, let's change things. How about we have 4 of these notes? Remember, our low sounds are me's, these green notes that we have here. And I want you to go ahead and put your thinking cap on and think, how do we sing this pattern? Are you ready? Thinking cap on. Sing the sound in your head. All right, if you think you've got it, sing it with me. Ready, and here we go. Me, 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 me. If that's the pattern you got, perfect. Try singing it by yourself. Here you go. Nice work. Definitely doable for my first graders. Let's try one more pattern. I'm going to make this one a little bit difficult. Let's see. I think you can handle this. All right. Did you put your thinking caps on? Go ahead and put your thinking caps on and figure out how you would sing this pattern. This one's pretty tough. So if you need to pause the video to think for a long time, go ahead and do that. But if you think you've got it, go ahead and try and sing the pattern with me. Here we go. So, mi, so, mi. If that's the pattern that you got, excellent job. Go ahead and try and sing that pattern. This time without my help. Here you go. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing good. So we have the pattern over here, and I think that you know how to read the patterns and sing the patterns. But this time, let's see if you can do it with solfege. Are you ready? Hand signs at the ready. This time, sing it with the solfege names and the hand signs. Here we go. So, mi, so, mi. Did you remember how to do the hand signs? Remember, so is like the walls and mi is like the floor. Let's try doing it again together. So's and mi's with the hand signs. Here we go. So, mi, so, mi. Nicely done. Pat yourself on the back. This is a lot of brain work. Go ahead and brush off your thinking cap. You did a good job, brain. Good job, thinking cap. And we're going to go ahead and move on to our something extra. I hope you're ready because this time your Flipgrid assignment is going to be pretty quick. Phew. Nice job, first grade. All right, first graders, when we learned our snail song last week, we learned it using the words and using our singing voices. But I think now you're ready for some solfege. Now, remember when we did our solfege just a little while ago, we learned that the higher sounds in blue are so's, and we learned that the lower sounds are in green, which are me's. Now, let's just try singing the song on words for now and see if you still remember. Ready? Can you sing the song with me? Ready? Here we go. Snail, snail, go around, around, around. Here's the deal. In music, whenever we run out of space on the staff, like we did right here, we make a new staff and just start on the next line, just like we do when we are writing a sentence on a piece of paper. If we run out of space, we move on. So let's try reading it again together. Are you ready? Here we go. Snail, snail, go around, around, around. Now, for your something extra this week, instead of singing the snail song, I want you to sing it with so's and me's. Remember, the blue notes are going to be so's, and the green notes are going to be me's. I'm going to make it a little bit easier for writing by writing it for you right now. So let's take a look. Blue notes are going to be so's, and green notes are going to be me's. And remember, our blue so's always live on the 3rd floor, and our green me's always live on the 2nd floor. So if you get confused, try and remember who lives upstairs and who lives downstairs. It's going to be the same no matter which staff you're using. I'll go ahead and sing it with you the first time around, but I think you can handle it just by looking at the colors. Blues are so's, greens are me's. Are you ready? Sing it with me. Here we go. So, mi, so, so, mi, so, so, mi, mi, so, so, mi. Were you able to do that? It was a little bit tough to start with. That's fine. You're learning something brand new and, your brains have been working overtime. Try singing it again with me. Are you ready? using your so's and me's. Here we go. So, me, so, me, so, me, so, me. For your something extra today, I want you to go ahead and try singing snail, snail using so's and me's. Don't sing the words, sing our new notes. For my friends that are feeling extra brave, what I want you to do is maybe even add the hand signs. For some of you, it might even help you to remember what the high sounds are and what the low sounds are. So for your something extra today, I want you to sing snail, snail, but I want you to sing it with so's and me's and without the words. If you want to go even past that and do something really difficult, add the hand signs. Are you ready? I'm going to switch it back over to snail, snail for you, but go ahead and put those thinking caps back on and good luck. I'll see you next week, okay? Great job, first grade.